Hi, this is part 2 of Talk Tuesday. It's the Tuesday after Mother's Day. And, I think I want to continue just a little bit more on the Lavender communities topics. I'm not sure if everything was really 100% covered in the last video. And it's important. So, one thing I was just thinking about is I know that there are some transgender kids or kids who are intersexed who are more masculine than they are feminine, and or they identify as being a woman, and they might want to do sports. And this is the only place I think where it's really kind of tricky, because how do we keep things fair? So I suppose what could be is sort of a general taking, like, let's say soccer into play. We could somehow indicate maybe the medium, where is the middle between men's soccer and women's soccer, as far as size and speed and endurance and everything. And then we could put a line down the middle there and say, okay, if you are this fast, or if you are this or this or this, then you go here. And if you're this, this, and this, then you go there. And then what might happen, though, in the men's soccer sport, there might be then women playing. So I don't know if men are ready for that. But that could be a possibility. But I think sort of on somehow Olympic individual sports, it's going to be hard to allow in certain people who are really more clearly male than they are female. I think it might have to be everything on an individual scale. You look at each individual child and you decide, are you doing this because you want to win the Olympics for the next 5 to 8 years? Or is it because you really enjoy the sport and you just want to be in the sport, and you also identify as a woman? So this is where it's gonna, each and every child that fits into that category is going to have to go through a lot of questioning and trying to figure out the real motives. Now, I know that raising children in Switzerland, I saw a lot of very competitive parents who were really doing everything to get their children to excel. And I don't know if it was so healthy for the child. So, we have to look at the whole family, and we have to look at the whole situation before we can really say whether somebody's doing this for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. But ultimately, it does, like I said, it comes down to the child, the parents, the counselor, and the doctor to decide what steps to go. And then if that child decides that, no, I really want to play professional women's soccer, then the soccer organization will have to decide if that is appropriate or not. And it might come down to just every case might be different. So that's a tricky one. That I will say. Yep. Yeah. So anyways, I do need to chat with some Lavender Greens once and get a real feel for what they would like to achieve in the next, 4 or 5 years. I think you've come a long way. Switzerland, a lot of people are not out yet, it's very hidden here. So yeah, it's an interesting moment in time. Changes are coming. So yeah, so let's sit down together and have a talk once. That would be really good. All right, and then the other thing, so I'm finished then with the lavender community topic, and I would like to just quickly go back to the internet safety. I recently put out a video because I was really getting a lot of new friends, and I found that, a lot of them are men, or in fact most are, and I tell them, or I ask them questions, and then they ignore me and they don't answer my questions. So I got tired of that. So I made a video and I asked everybody to, make a video with their question in it so I could also see who I'm talking to. Well, I have to admit, out of like the 900 new friends that I've made on all different forms of internet media that one can, different apps, I got no videos. No one. And in fact, today I did have a video call with somebody pretending to be somebody else. So there seems to be a lot of fake people out there. People who are pretending, who've stolen people's photos and stuff. So it really could be that even my face now and my story is being used by others to manipulate people or to get them to believe they are me. And so, just make sure that you've really got me as a friend and not somebody else. Okay? It's a big world out there, pretty tricky. And it's interesting how people are going about using this modern technology. All right, so that's all I wanted to say on that too. Just use your best judgment. And if people keep ignoring you, then just block them. You have a right to be heard and people should answer your questions. It's not respectful otherwise. All right. So then that is it for me for this Talk Tuesday. This is part 2 and I'm done now. It was a pleasure talking with you. I hope you enjoyed my videos and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye for now.